Hi, my name is Christine and I'm from Ojai, California. And about a year ago, I wrote to Caroline asking questions about how I could get started learning her process because I found her on the internet on YouTube. And my first reaction was, I want to do that. I want to have that relationship with horses that I saw in Caroline's videos. So I wrote to Caroline and she told me about this intuitive workshop for women and horses, and I thought, wow, that sounds really great. So I signed up for the next one right away. I went to the first workshop and it was, I expected the work to be some deep emotional spiritual work because that was the essence of what the workshop was about. But I didn't know how profoundly it was going to affect me. When I got to the workshop, and one of the first exercises we did was a breath work that Caroline teaches. I stood in the middle of the pasture and right away, Caroline asked me how I was feeling, and I noticed that I was feeling fearful and tense. And we had been talking about the first and second chakra, and I noticed that I couldn't even breathe down into my first and second chakra because they were so tight and so there was so much stress that I was carrying. And so I had a very profound emotional breakthrough right there in the pasture with the horses. And I have to say that I always felt safe because the environment that Caroline has created there with her horses is so beautiful and so safe. And I think that's why for me it was one of the first times that I felt okay with other people around to have that expression of emotion and have the tears. So after the workshop was finished the first weekend, the women who were there with me, we all decided we were gonna right away wanted to plan another one because of the profound effects that we were all having from the workshop. One of the things that I learned is how to identify negative patterns and behaviors based on the behaviors that the horse is having with me. I expected to jump in the round pen and, you know, have the horses do what I see Caroline doing in the videos, and it wasn't that. It wasn't about that. I realized it wasn't about the horses at all, actually. It was about me and the negative patterns that I was carrying around with me and how that was affecting my interaction and my relationship with horses. So when it came to the second workshop, we all started off the first day like really doing everything really well, and then we started getting back into the emotional stuff. And it was amazing how as soon as we started bringing up the emotional stuff again, the behavior of the horses around us changed to reflect exactly what was going on with us. My biggest aha moment was when I was in the round pen with my horse and I was trying to get her to just walk, but she was trotting. And I was trying to do what Caroline was teaching me how to do with my energy and with the rhythm. But what I realized was I wasn't clear, my mind wasn't clear. And I kept saying in my mind, why isn't she walking? Why isn't she walking? Why isn't she walking? And of course, she didn't walk because I kept saying, why isn't she walking? Instead of embracing and embodying the rhythm and clearing my mind and clearing my energy. So it was an aha moment for me because I realized that that's what I'm doing in life. And that's why some of the things that I've tried to create weren't happening because I was focused on them not happening. It's a lot more profound than that, but that was a huge aha for me that I came away with. I'm definitely a different person since the workshop. I have been thinking about creating a business for the past at least 15 years. And I'm finally working on that. I'm finally doing that. I'm creating a website. And I've also manifested myself into a mastermind group since the second workshop in this past April, which is helping me to move forward with my new company. And yeah, so I would say that the key takeaways for me from the workshop are that it's changed my life. I've come away a brand new person, different from how I was before. I'm much more aware of myself. And even though I had done a ton of personal development and spiritual work over the years, somehow this was different. And doing the chakra work, especially with Caroline in that safe space, made a huge difference. So I've come away a different person. I feel like there's a whole new world of opportunities open for me. It has sort of triggered my life to open up, for me to start living my dreams. This workshop is about, it's about you, and it's about what is stopping you, those negative patterns that are stopping you from creating what it is that you want in your life. So for me, that was the key takeaway. Yes, I have a brand new relationship with horses. I don't have fear around horses anymore. I feel like I have a new way of communicating with them. But I also have a new way of identifying negative patterns in me and changing those into positive action and positive thought that is helping me to create a whole new life for myself. So I would say if you're thinking about taking the workshop, definitely take it. I think the women that I was in the workshop with were planning on going back a third time. So this is work that is continuous, and you keep growing and learning. And I have to say, the one thing I love about Caroline Ryder is that she is such a warm, welcoming, generous person. She gives so much of her time and her energy, and what she has created there is, it doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. It's such a safe place. It's a sacred place, and having the horses around, I've never experienced anything as deeply profound and life-changing as I have there. So definitely take the workshop, and your life is going to change. I promise you.